So welcome everybody once again. Let's look at some chat. Please, if I have muted you, I won't permit anybody to unmute himself now. Please don't disturb me now. Who is that? So welcome once again. Let's start from
DSY. There is one person still unmuted. He's called B Unplugged.
Okay.
He's making the noise.
Okay. Okay. I think it's muted now. Yeah. So let's start from DSY. DSY is somehow bullish, but my expectation is clear. All these that is doing over here, it's just consolidating. Of course, you know that we're in NFP week, so it's expected because nobody knows what will happen to the numbers. So, but nevertheless, I expect this to come down. All right, this is the area, the level 107. If it comes down to 107, fine. You can look for opportunity for upside. And if DXY is to make a move at 107 to the upside, you know the implication it will have on other pairs. Okay, so this is where I like to check what is going on. Like as it is now, I won't trade the majors. Okay, I'll wait because this particular instrument does not have a particular direction at the moment. It's in the middle. All right, so we want it to either break up or break downside. If it breaks upside, fine, then we know that it's going to come down back to this level. So after breaking up, when it's to come down, that's when you look for buy opportunity in your majors. Okay, you look for buy opportunity in your majors like AUD, USD, Euro USD, GBP USD. You look for buy. Okay, and that buy is just a complete structure. Okay, it's to complete structure. When this one completes its sell-off and is making a move to the upside, all the major will fall. Okay, this is a guide. DXY is used as a guide, and right now you see that volume is not too much. It's low at the moment in the market. The reason is that DXY has no decisive direction. So anytime it doesn't have a particular direction, it doesn't trend in a particular direction, there won't be much volume in the market. Okay, so all right, AUD USD, I'll show you something. This pair might just be on its way to the downside finally, because if you look at what is happening right here on a daily time frame, you see this here, you see this candlestick pattern here, you see the sell pressure, boom. All right, and so what I do normally is I look at the middle and just look for a whole number, a psychological level or sub-psychological level. And in this AUD USD, I pick 0.7000 at my level. It's my level. And so you can you see as this market tapping to the zone right here. See, where I determined this before it happened was my weekly time frame. It tap into it, but how did I take advantage of it, guys? Go to 15 minutes. I will show you something now. Anytime you have a level like that and you have a consolidation, before that level. Okay, you have a consolidation before that level. Just have it at the back of your mind that the push to the upside is to grab liquidity at that price level. the push to the upside, especially if it comes in London session. Can you see this? London session, 11, 12. That's London session. Grab liquidity at what? At my price level. And what does it do? Make a move to the downside. So that's the trick. Make a move to the downside. Then corrective structure, another push. So this is why I think that AUD USD is not going to make any further move to the upside, because in weekly time frame, the flow is down. Number one. Number two, it has taken liquidity at this what? At this price level. That's number two. Number three, it has induced higher to also take another liquidity at what? At 69.50. Just target all those sub-psychological level. And how do I know that it was a liquidity that it took at that level? I told you, consolidation just before the price level. Where's the price level, guys? 0.6950. 0.6950. Consolidation under it. London session pulls to the upside, grab liquidity. And what happened, guys? New York drop it. Simple. New York drop it. Boom. Okay, liquidity grab at this price level, liquidity grab at this price level. That is why I think that this pair might just be on its way to the upside. But let's see. I'm not trading it because I took this, all right, net 70 pips drop here, but I did not take this because I was expecting further upside to probably break this top again. All right. And of course, why do I think it will continue to come down, guys? Look at it. Do you see this? See this? All this bunch of order reside below it. So I believe this will break this sell side liquidity to the downside. That is AUD USD. Okay. This is my level. Let's go to weekly and clear this. But I may not be interested in euro dollar because the push to the downside is not as convincing as other major. All right. So you can see this candlestick pattern. If you have not watched my video on candlestick pattern that matter, you can go and have a look. Can you see on a weekly? So what do? I look at it. Where will I be comfortable to take a sell for this particular pair? Where will I be comfortable? Here will be okay. This level will be okay. 0.0150. This trick I'm telling you, if you don't want to use fib, that's another way to go about it. So if you use fib, you use this, you're going to get the same thing. All right. So 0.0150. That's my target. That's where I want it to come. The weekly. So you can see how I'm factoring in both daily, weekly, and everything. And if you look at it clearly, this is a pure supply zone on a daily time frame. So all I want to do right now is to wait to see this pull back to this zone, guys. I want to see this pull back to that zone. And then I will have a setup for a move to the downside. This is what I want for the downside. So what do I expect when I get to this level? If I come to entry time frame, 30 minutes, what I expect is this. You know, before I deleted, I had a setup for the upside. So right now, right here, you have your trend line. That is liquidity building under it, which is to tell you that later this market is going to come to break that level. That is what it means. Okay, it's not going to take order from there now. It's going to come and hit it out later. So right now, what I'm projecting is for this to move to the upside. Boom. All right. And may not be ready today because that kind of dirty job is done by London session. And you know, London session is going. So I expect it to still consolidate a little. All right. And by London session tomorrow, possibly this will push to the upside, grab this 1.0150. And then how do we know that this move to the upside is a liquidity grab? If it's a liquidity grab, then as it push up very powerfully to the upside, it will immediately flush down. Okay, that's how you know that order has been received. Okay, and if it immediately flush down, the market is not going to visit this place again. All right, it's not going to visit this place again. So if you put your stop loss here, you are very free. Okay, market is not going to hit you, price will not hit you out here, because order has been taken at this level. Is not going to visit that place. All you can expect is to see a pullback here, and then to demand level, a supply level, and then boom to the downside. This is the plan, guys. This is the plan. Are we to buy this to the upside? No, no, no. Except you are a scalper and you are good at scalping, you can look for scalping opportunity. Apart from that, no way. No way. This is not your trade. Wait, let it hit this zone, then it comes down. Okay? So that is euro dollar. GJ, this has been consolidating for a while now, and I have no setup for GJ. It's been consolidating. Last week, I did make a setup to have this move to the upside to break this top. Okay, I want you to break this top, this trend line, let it break it, come here to pick order, this other block at around 165.00. This is my projected price level for GBP JPY. Okay, and if you get there, of course, you know what I look for. In 30 minutes time frame, I want to see possibility of consolidation. Okay, I want to see if this could give me a push up here, consolidating here. Okay, break up to the upside to tap this liquidity at London, immediately flush down, correction, boom. That's all. That's the plan, guys. But right now, the plan is not defeated. The reason why the plan has not been defeated is because the market is still in consolidation at this level. Okay, but I will, or I may not be involved if this market keep going to the downside from this level. I am saying it now, I will not be involved. Why? Because any push from this level should be a hard push. So there is no way this market can make a hard push at this level when it has not picked any order. Where is the order it has picked? It has not picked any order. So the current order that is running on GBP JPY is sufficient enough to keep it at consolidation level. All right, is sufficient enough to keep it within this range. So for it to make a move, a meaningful push to the downside as we expect, then there is need to break this trend line. Can you see the trend line? Many people who have not understood what liquidity is all about, they are going to start selling, looking for sell at this area. No, 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 no. If this market starts selling at this price level, it's going to come here and still bounce up again, because the order that reside here is inadequate to push this market to the downside. So the market has to push to the upside, okay, push up here, grab liquidity here, and push down. Do you understand? That is where the principle of triangle, that is where it comes to play. You know, in triangle, it is permitted that the wave E of a triangle can break the upper or lower trend line, as the case may be. You can see that this is a triangle. This is impulse, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. This is supposed to be 5 for a move to the downside. But this 5 is still consolidating. And if there is necessity for this 5 to break up to the upside to catch liquidity, this does not invalidate this structure as a triangle. Okay, it does not invalidate it as a triangle. Is that okay now? So that's my expectation for GBP, JPY. So when you are planning your analysis, you should factor in the best price level for you to achieve a set, and then how, you know, market will be manipulated to grab liquidity at that level. Okay, many of us call it manipulation, but it is not manipulation. It is the best price for investors to buy. It is the best price for banks to buy. So if the market does not get there, they will push it to get there. They will, on their own, inject volume for buy to push the market to the premium price, take profit on their buy, and immediately, you know, execute order for sale. So when we see that scenario play out, we retail traders, we call it manipulation. We say the market is manipulated. The market is not manipulated. That is how it should be. That is how investors reason. So you get to reason like them for you to understand what they do. So if you reason like them, you will no longer see market being manipulated. Rather, you see market doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Is that okay now? Some people say it's brokers that are doing that to them. What's the business of broker? The business of broker is to charge commission for your trading. When you click buy and sell, they charge their commission. That is why they want you to remain in the game. Whether you make profit or not, it doesn't concern them. It's not their money they are paying you when you make profit. No. All right? They want you to remain there so that they can charge their commission. You have learned a lesson from this GJ setup now. All right? GBP USD. Of course, if you look at it from monthly to daily, you will see that it's a clear sell. But right now, it has gone so far that you cannot take a sell at this level. You need a push-up. Okay? Even if it cannot get to this zone again, because this is the zone I mark on my weekly. Let me show you how I do it again. Because I know some people would like to know the style. I evolve a lot of style, and at times I don't want to use fib. You know, I just want to do something sharp. And at the same time, it's the same thing with fib. Okay. I look at this candle. Look at this candle. Look at this imbalance candle, guys, on this weekly time frame, and this engulfing candle. I look at it. At what price level within this do I have psychological or sub-psychological level that it will be right to take a sell? Look at it. I just marked 1950 right here. Because look at the secret. If you don't mark 1950, if you want to consider the next psychological level, okay? If you want to consider the next psychological level, which is after 1950 is 2000. Look at it, 2000 here. This 2000, well, is still sizable enough, but to me, it's too far. It's too far to the upside. If you are choosing 21,000, it's too far to the upside. Look at the sell pressure. The pressure is there already. The market will not want to induce to that level before it make a move to the downside. So 1950 is just adequate for me. And if that 1950 is, the market is going to go above it, you are going to see it from induction, from liquidity grab in 30 minutes time frame. You are going to see the secret will come from that. Okay, so there is nothing wrong in this market making continuation move to the downside. There's nothing wrong. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong, because right here you have a supply zone. It can also tap here to go down. But the only reason why I would consider this level is if this thing make a push to the downside like this, then I will be forced to consider this level for a move to the downside. But apart from that, if the pullback begins to happen at this level, then this is what will happen. Boom, to the downside. So don't joke with psychological level and sub-psychological level, because that is where the other bank orders reside. But we retail traders, we don't mind those things. We don't pay attention to those things. But that is where banks place their orders. Okay? All right. So the next thing now, the next one right now is I want us to consider G-card. G-card. 1 hour time frame. You see what is happening here? I wrote some things, guys. I wrote some things. I want you to learn a certain lesson from this setup. You know, the essence of this Wednesday live is for us to learn in one way or the other. I say this equal low is a buy side liquidity. Look at it. You see this market, how it has created equal low here, how it created equal high here. You have no business trading whatever is happening in the middle here. You have no business trading here. You have no business. This equal low is a buy side liquidity. No meaningful buy will happen except the equal low is broken to the downside. Can you see? No meaningful buy will happen. It will not happen from this level. No way. Where is the order? Except this breaks to the downside. And if it has to break to the downside, the question is that where are the psychological levels or sub-psychological levels that you think bank may have placed their order? Look at one here, 1.5200, but it's too close to it. So I can't consider it. 1.5150. This is the next one. So that is why I say sub-psychological level 1.5150 is the likely target where I believe bank, may have put their order. So if this break to the downside to this level, I'm going to look for buy opportunity here to the upside. Why will I look for buy opportunity to the upside? You can see that this is a clear ending structure, guys, ending structure. This is ending structure. If you don't know what is ending structure, when you have a push, whether to the upside or to the downside, and you are having this slow deceleration, to the downside, that come with divergence. Where's the divergence, guys? Look at the divergence. Can you see? That's the divergence. So the divergence is there. This one is making a lower low here, and this one is making a higher low. That means that this move to the upside is going to come. This move to the upside is going to come. Okay? This move to the upside is going to come. But how are we going to approach the buy? We want liquidity grab first. And where's the liquidity grab going to happen? Here. So if you break to the downside, we'll look for buy opportunity here in line with this divergence, take a trade to the upside. But you have seen what I've also placed alert here for a possible sell opportunity, because between here, you agree with me that between this price level here, this price level here and here is a lot of pips, from 53 to 51.50. That's 150 pips. Okay, so if GBP card also pulls to the upside, I told you before that it cannot make a move, a meaningful push to the upside if you start buying at this price level. So I told you that what can happen is that if it will just come, grab liquidity here, and then make a move to the downside to take the major order. That is what it will do. So it's either it breaks down directly from here and pick the order, or it break off first, pick order here, break down. You see sharp up and sharp down. And how do you know that actually it has picked order at this level? The way it comes down is going to be very fast, and the way it leaves this place is going to be very fast. So corrective structure here is a short trade. to the upside. This is how you plan the trade, you plan the setup. It's just little concepts here and there. You put them together, and then you get the best out of your setup. I think I have GBP NZD. GBP NZD. I have a setup on it. Okay, I have a setup on it. If you look at the higher time frame, look at the daily time frame for this pair, you see, right now, overall, it's in a downtrend, but I still believe that it has to just push up. It has to push up first before it will go to the upside, to the downside. You see it? We want this push up to happen, probably break this level, then from here, move to the downside. So, but how do I look at it on a smaller time frame? Let's say on a 4-hour time frame. In the 4-hour time frame, what you notice is that this pair has made an impulse. This is an impulse, okay? And right now, is making a corrective move. Where's the corrective move? This is with A. This is 1, 2, and 3. That's a running flat with B. What are you expecting? 1, 2, and 3, or 4, 5, anyhow. Okay, all I know is that must break this low to come to the downside. Okay, so now where am I targeting, guys? Where I'm targeting is around 89, either 1.8900 or 1.8850. But the one that is the level that is most favored is 1.8850, this level. Okay, why is that level the favorite? If you pick if we do fib extension for this level, you see that here is almost very close to it. So between the two levels, you should have this pair move to that level. Then after it has tapped this level, then you look for buy opportunity to the upside. Okay, minimally to this level. To this level. Okay, so if you go to lower time frame, you see that it's been struggling to even push down. It's been struggling, but this trend right here is going to continue. Sorry, this trend right here is going to continue. Okay, it's going to continue to the downside. You see the impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction. This might consolidate here, break down here, up here, correction, up you go. That's how to do it. That's how to do it. So that's another trade setup for you. Just monitor it, especially at this price level 1.8850 or 1.8900. Okay, I think I also have a setup on which one again? Euro JPY. I think have we spoken about Euro JPY? If you have any chart you want us to take a look at, just send it to me on the chat box. Okay, this is a flat. You have this push, then you have this push. Now, if you look at these two pushes very well, you will see that if you take a fib extension of this move leg, you see that the completion of that leg is right here. Okay, so if the completion is right there, which corresponds with the supply level right here, then what is the market doing? You should have the understanding by now that, and I always told you guys that when you are seeing consolidation right below your projected price level, okay, that consolidation is going to break up. What is it going to do, guys? 140.5. What is it going to do? Grab liquidity. make a move down. Okay, now correction and your trade. Now I have to tell you something, guys. When a market grab liquidity, there is only one scenario or one particular signal that will confirm to you that market has grabbed liquidity. Just one thing that will confirm to you. And the thing is the way it comes to that price level. The way price comes to that price level matters. The way price leaves that price level matters. So if, if price, strongly push to that price level and then immediately push out of that price level, then you know that this is liquidity. All right. You know that this is liquidity. Who is that? Do you understand now? The way price moves to that level and the way price leaves that level is, is a condition. So if price grab it and come down immediately, any corrective structure is your trade to the downside. That's how you target this Euro JPY. All eye on Euro JPY. Then I also want us to take a look at CAD yen. CAD yen. I'm having a look at this. Okay, it's not still convincing, but it's something to take a look at because there's a lot of potential in some of this yen pair. Okay, the wave I want us to catch here is this particular wave to the downside. And why do I think that it's ready? You just need a little corrective structure to confirm its readiness, because right here we have our consolidation below our level. We have this, our consolidation, and you can see that this market has come, just as I told you, grab liquidity here and move away immediately. So all we want now is corrective structure and a move down. Do you see? And we can define our corrective structure here. We can define this corrective structure. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3 push up, 1, 2, 3 push down, and then this push up. Okay, and at the end of the push up, it has given us a liquidity grab. Where does it grab liquidity? It's very, very essential. I always want it to grab at psychological level. If it doesn't grab at psychological level, most time it doesn't push very hard. Okay, it doesn't push very hard, but sometimes it just go above it, just like this one, 106.50. That's the psychological level. Okay, just make like 20 pips after and drop. So what do I want now? I want a complete corrective structure, a well-defined corrective structure is what I want here. Okay, what I want here. If I can get it here, can you see? Supply, boom. Okay, and if you look at it very well, this area we call supply here, this area we call supply here. It might get there, it might not get there. And why do I say it might not get there? It might just tap this psychological level 106 and then flows down. It's still a complete structure. Okay, it's still a complete structure. But all eyes on CAD yen. I want a decent correction, then I will take a sell to the downside. Okay, so I think
Nat, one small thing. In 45 minutes time, there's GDP news for CAD.
GBP news?
So, no, CAD news.
Oh, CAD news. Aha.
Yes, it's
okay.
GDP number.
Oh, GDP number. Good. Okay.
So it might be one to watch out for in 45 minutes.
Good. Thanks for that. Thanks for that.
Welcome.
Thank you for that. Okay, GDP numbers. Okay, maybe after this webinar, we'll have to check what the numbers are, or how the economy is performing and the expectation. Okay. But nevertheless, what's going to happen is that when I have a setup like that and news is coming, if the setup is matured before the news, I can take it with 0.5% risk to my account. I will take it with 0.5% risk to my account. Like if this comes before the news, I can take it with 0.5%. But if the setup is not right before the news, I will leave it. The news will come. Already we are at supply. If this news is favorable to card, okay, sorry. If it's favorable to card, then it can come and what? And push up, break this top. But you know, after it breaks this top, guys, it's already at supply. If you now move down, if you catch this sub-psychological level of 105.50 and now make a sharp move to the downside, then we return to this scenario again, pull back and enter. So you can see that if a news is taking place, you have lost nothing. Just because you are seeing a big move in news, you feel you have lost something. No, you have not lost anything, guys. It's just going to create setup for you. And if the news is not favorable to card, maybe the GDP is lower, then you have this come down, flush like this. If it's flush like this, what has it just told you? It has told you that it has no way, it has no business making a move to the upside. All you have to wait for is corrective structure here, and this is a sure trade for you. Can you see? So what has news done for me now? The news has helped me to create a setup. That's all. So the news can either help you to complete your setup or to create a new setup. So that's why I'm always happy when news is coming, because it will help me, it will give clarity to the chart. Do you get now? So let's look at the chart. Somebody said AUD, JPY, and GBP USD. Okay. AUD, JPY, where is it? Okay, yeah, here. Daily. It's messy right now. It's still very messy right now. It's going to come down, no doubt, guys. It's going to come down, but we're going to see it from lower time frame, what to expect from the pair. But it's going to come down, no doubt. Then another thing is right here, we have not seen significant push to the downside. We have not seen significant push here. Can you see? This is still bullish candle. This is bearish, but the buy pressure right here is more than the sell pressure. So when I see it like that, I'm always very careful. It means it's not ready. It's not ready. Okay. This week, one can only make money if you are just taking your trade 20 pips, 30 pips, 20 pips, 30 pips. That's just the only way to make money in NFP weeks, guys. Okay. I'm taking the second break even today. GBP AUD is going to hit me out at break even right now, but that's not a problem. But look at this, guys. Look at this. Do you see this? See this? All this level here, they will be taken out. Market is coming to flush down. They will be taken out. All these levels you see here. All right. But right here, I have not seen anything to convince me that the market is ready for a move to the downside. Nothing for now to convince me. Okay. Now, if you look at this level here, right here, you have a divergence, right? If you look at it, there's divergence. Is that correct? Yes. Divergence. What does this divergence show us? Just show us that this pair is going to make a move to the downside. It's going to make a move to the downside. But is the move ready now? No, it's not ready now. What is telling us that the move is not ready? There's one proof that we have that the move is not ready. Watch something, guys. If you are going to have as much as this move in the market, this is logic. Let's just apply the logic. If you are going to have as much as this move in the market, even coming to break this low self, possibly, don't you think you need massive volume injection to ensure that that happens? Don't you think so? Don't you think you need massive volume injection? Yes, you do need massive volume injection. But right here, there is nothing. Even though divergence is telling us that we should get ready for a sell, but we have not picked any order right here. We have not picked any order. So I would rather see a market push up a little, consolidate, push up. Once I see this massive push up, then I need this. As soon as this happens, guys, the correction is my trade. That is why I have not, I have not tried to sell AUD JPY, because I have not seen it pick liquidity for sell. All right, that's why you can see by yourself, it's still going up and down, still going up and down. It's not sure of what is to do, so we have to wait. All right, that is AUD JPY. Then we have done GBP USD, then Euro CHF. Don't think I have this on my watch list. Euro CHF. Okay. Euro CHF. I have this set up, but I did not trade it because the pair is too slow. Can you see? Divergence. Divergence, guys. So, but we can still trade it. Why are we going to trade it? You see the structure? See the structure? Correction, push down, correction, push down, break of structure. Can you see? So any corrective structure down to particularly this level is your trade to the upside. Yes, it's your trade to the upside, guys. Yeah, an area here for Euro CHF. But for now, nothing is happening. Do not touch it right now. Okay, you need a correction, a deep one, for you to sell, possibly at 96 or 96.50. That would be ideal level to get a buy setup for Euro CHF. Okay, Euro GBP. Okay. All right. Daily. This pair, I was looking forward to sell from here, but it did not give us correct setup to sell. And you can see, if you look at this pair, that's why it's important you look at higher time frame. If you look at this pair on a lower time frame, you'll be seeing sell. But if you look at it on a higher time frame, you will see that it's a confirmed buy. Can you see? It's a confirmed buy. Look at it here. Immediately I got this when I was doing my outlook. When I got this, I began to have a second thought about it, because this move, this is a sign of buy pressure. Buy pressure cannot happen so massively in area that is very close to supply that you don't take a second look at the setup. Okay, there I knew that this move to the upside is going to come. This move is going to come. Okay, but if you look at it on, let's say, 4 hours time frame, 4 hours time frame, there I saw this as a corrective structure. Immediately I saw this was going up, I said, oh, this is a corrective structure. This move has come right here, and then this move will come. So there's something that will happen now that will tell me that I still have to buy more, or I have to look for sell opportunity. Number one, what is the nature of corrective structure that it formed next? What is the nature of corrective structure? If you form this corrective structure and break to the low here, then I know that I have to now buy to the upside. Can you see now? Idea of corrective structure with what? With liquidity grab. We tell you whether to buy, to look for more buy, or to look for what? Sell. What of if at this level give you this corrective structure and make a move up? You know that this is a liquidity grab. If you make a push down, then corrective structure is your trade. We have done something similar in this pair before. Yes, we have done something similar. At what level? I gave you the setup that is going to push up, and after, I think is it at this level? I think at this level that it will push up, push down, corrective structure down. That is a perfect entry structure. So watch out for that here. But for now, no buy setup, no sell setup for GBP AUD. All right. Is there another one that you guys sent? I think this is the last one. So in the absence of no further questions, can we call it a day? I think we can call it a day, guys.
Yep, right. Fine by me. Thank you. Thanks, Nat.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks. Bye, Nat.
Bye.
Yeah.
Almost there.
Yeah.